I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wanna miss you. Still feel the way I feel when somebody calls you mine. Are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, when I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new.
Alrighty, are we ready, my little pumpkins? Good evening, Mr. President. Bold leaf? Basic? Let's jump into Suyana. Even though Bold absolutely hates this zoo, we still got to get some work done in it. Let's pick you all some music out. Hold on one momento. Guys, I think we're going to stream. I want to stream some Modern Warfare 2 later, but I figure right now, since I just got home and it's kind of a chill, early afternoon Friday, we will just drink some root beer and we'll just have us a little chill Planet Zoo stream for now, and we'll get a little lively later on this evening. So we might do 2 streams today, because I did pick up MW2. It's okay. Is it $70? Okay, no, but it's fun. The hit markers are really fun. The audio is incredible. And I'm having pretty good fun with it. I'm playing it on Steam with a... I'm playing it through Steam with an Xbox controller. So, it's okay-ish. Haven't played the campaign. What have y'all been into? I haven't streamed in a while. As a matter of fact, when I pulled up this stream, or like when I pulled up OBS to just kind of get down in here and set the new title up and all that, it said going live with the conservation pack. I think that was the last time I streamed on YouTube, at least. All right, hold on one sec. You guys let me know if the music overpowers my voice or vice versa. Hey, what's up, Mickey? Yeah, basic, it is 69 now. Modern Warfare was the first one to take that plunge of leaving the $59 mark behind. Yeah, base game is $69.99 now. Eons ago, yes, the conservation pack was the last thing I streamed. I just don't get a chance to stream much anymore. Alright, so I'll tell you one of the first things I want to do while we were kind of flying around. I think I'm going to get rid of Michelle's buildings and my little tropical imports, because I want to open up this entrance a little bit. You know? I almost want like a little relaxation area over here, or a spot where you can pull off and scream at your kids, because like they've been not listening and screaming since the park, it's like since before you got here. So we need a little place like that. Drew open up his and it'll be like Planet Zoo announcement trailer reveal. I died when you I was even telling people at work, Bold, that your theory was we all just made Drew up during COVID. Drew was never real. We just created him. And I said, yeah, Bold said he was just a figment of our like lockdown craziness, and like SDan streamed with him, but Bold was like, if you notice, SDan never really talked to Drew. We all kind of just did. So Drew maybe wasn't ever really there. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna look, you know what? I'm gonna leave remnants, rocks right here, but I think I'm even gonna do a little blasphemy here. Look, this might bring Drew out if he was real. SDan is gonna delete a waterfall. Watch him show up and tell us to shut up. Yeah, basically, you've got some really cool Valheim chill streams going. Gosh, and I tell you what, you hit your stride with those Valheim videos. You have one, like I just randomly saw one of yours from like a month ago, over 8,000 views. And it was just like you building just like a little tavern. It's true, lockdown ended and so did Drew. He's not real. You know, yeah, I just, Drew did tell me though, he did message me about a week ago. Well, I was just kind of picking on him a little bit about like, dude, did you just not feel the Twilight Pack? Because, you know, he never put out a video or anything. And he said, no, man, I'm basically done with Planet Zoo. I don't have any, he just straight up said, I don't have any inspiration. I am just, he's like, yeah, that's not there. That doesn't live here anymore. Basics killing it, Leaf's killing it. Bold is streaming on a semi-regular schedule now. Leaf, you could just have a random Planet Zoo thought and you get like 5,000 views. It's just awesome. That's what me and, matter of fact, the last real conversation that Savannah and I had with Drew was talking about you and Caesar Creates, and we're like, man, those guys they just command views. Those are just well put together, you know, under 12-minute presentations. Especially when you get to talking about, you know, how you're just around, obviously you're around the mod community, you know, more than we are. And so much stuff is discovered by those guys. Like, you know, how you heard the chatter of the data mining, and now there is a kind of like another level of development that you guys think that wasn't in there 6 months ago. Just different little files and stuff you guys see. Those freaking videos, they're just interesting. Like, no matter what you have going on, or even if you're like me and hadn't played Planet Zoo in a month or two, couple months, when Leaf starts putting out those we see stuff videos, or this is kind of weird, check this file out, like, those are freaking interesting. Hey, what's up, Harry? What's up, Simba? Stan, I love the new pack. The raccoons and the red foxes are my favorite. Probably the red foxes are my favorite too out of that pack. That's a fun pack. That was like completely out of left field. I mean, we weren't expecting that. Nobody was expecting like a Halloween pack. We were thinking, you know, different biomes. We were, you know, thinking maybe something with birds. But man, Frontier, it's always what you least expect. Always. Remember, we brought our little Komodo dragons over here to Suyana. Somebody was telling me, though, it could stand to use maybe just a couple more trees inside there. We'll have to see that. It's been fun. Recently, it's been a bit of force to get videos out sometimes, but it's good to always do some. Yeah, I know. That's how I was thinking, you know, just at least a video every few days. Like, I am way past the days of having enough content to do it every single day. But, I mean, you know, just at least every 4 days, 3 days, just trying to come up with something. Doesn't seem like it fills your plate as bad or makes it seem too chore-like. Or like this is a second job you don't want to go to. Definitely don't want, I know that feeling. You do not want Planet Zoo to start feeling like that necessarily to you. Little kid with the fade. A mean fade. Nice. Standing in my fence though. Komodo dragons have become pretty popular. Oh, did you guys get a chance to check out my... I'm probably going to destroy this, honestly, because I put it in the wrong spot, and I think I can do better than this. This is kind of like just practice, but I started to do the Elephant Springs recreation from Fort Worth Zoo. What's Planet Zoo again? Plus, JWE is getting new species mods too, so that's going to be fun. I've been helping the tool devs with making them and testing them. That's cool. I never really got into Jurassic World Evolution 2. You know, it is... I don't know. I think it was one of those ones that did really well for them, like when it first came out. But now it is... I really don't see a whole lot of people playing it during the week. You know, the last time I checked, there was like okay, I checked last Friday, just randomly, like right now, 1 o'clock in the day, and there was like 6,700 people playing Planet Zoo. There was like 800 playing Jurassic World Evolution 2. I just think that audience that they're trying to reach with like not being like us, where they want to like be really, really creative and you know, be really custom with their dinosaur parks and stuff. It's just not there. And I get that they don't want to make that game like that. Like plenty of times we have heard them allude to Jurassic World Evolution is, we didn't build it to be like Planet Zoo, which is fine, but maybe that's why the game's not barely a little over a year old and you only have 600 people playing it. Like, maybe just the management side of the dino community isn't there. Like, maybe you should have rolled into that Planet Zoo side of stuff more, and maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people would be playing it right now. Like, could you imagine Jurassic World Evolution 2, but with Planet Zoo mechanics and themes and building pieces and, you know? Hey, what's up, Jake? Bold, did you get a key for that? I did get a key for that. Now, they hooked me up with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Dahlia got me a key for that before she left. So they did, they took care of me on that. Yeah, guys, just wasn't feeling this. Like I said, we can do better. We can do Elephant Springs better justice. All right, Basic, we'll see you in a little bit, buddy. They always get their pitchforks whenever I say I want custom buildings in that damn game. You know what a lot of people play? The Isle. No, Bold. I don't think a lot of us are playing that. I think some of it is the universal chokehold on them. Probably very restrictive. Probably very correct. I'd say that a lot. I'd say that's a lot of red tape. You know, they just, you know how studios and stuff are. It'd probably just be like building a game with Disney. You know, there are a lot of decision makers in that world. You know, but I know I would personally, it would be awesome if we had, well, you know, Leaf and them and a couple of those guys have modded dinosaurs into Planet Zoo in the past. But just to have Frontier actually design a dinosaur game with the planet universe kind of in mind, I think would have been really cool. But then, of course, that's where your Prehistoric Kingdom kind of niche comes in. I know that they're kind of lacking in the scenery department, but they really have a lot going on. They have a lot that's going on behind the scenes that they're trying to design for and get correct. So, you know, with Prehistoric Kingdom and being such a small dev team, like you're not talking about 200 or 300 people working on Prehistoric Kingdom. With them, it's a little more understandable that the scenery is a little lacking right now. But man, I would have loved a proper scenery style Planet Zoo Jurassic World Evolution 2. I mean, just think, like, is that an alternate universe out there right now? Like, where that SDAN is streaming that? Like, I've went down a weird TikTok rabbit hole lately of alternate dimensions, and there are, like, you know, thousands of different dimensions and things that we're doing and different universe paths. Stan, do you know anything about future game developments? Not really. Not with the Not with the frontier world. I am just kind of holding on and waiting, just like you guys. About the only thing I usually get is when it gets time for a new DLC pack to come out, they'll usually like reach out to us a week or two early, sometimes 2 weeks early, and just ask us if we want to be a part of it. But as far as like knowing what's like, if there's a Planet Coaster 2 or like what they're developing next for Planet Zoo, no, we don't have that kind of access. Or at least I don't. I mean, I'll say all of us, I don't. What's my guess for Christmas DLC? Leaf is kind of turning me on to, just by the simple fact that everybody got the bat exhibit. Everybody didn't get the bats. You have to buy the DLC to get the Egyptian fruit bat. But everybody, no matter what level of you've got the large exhibits. And so we're thinking we could possibly be getting a bird or two, some kind of anniversary celebration update, and they will give a flying animal to everybody. Base game will get it. That's kind of what we're leaning towards. Kind of what we're thinking. Maybe they'll pull that off for us, give everybody a bird, and then if you want the Egyptian fruit bat, of course you have to buy the DLC. Bold was worried I got rid of horse-mounted Bold. I did not. She's still here. And angry for some... Bold, why are you so angry in Suyana? This is supposed to be a happy place. You know who else dropped off the planet? Domez. Yeah, I still use that, nerds. I still use his little... Let me see if I can just find one. His little magazine racks. Remember those? I thought I saw him in a Simply Savannah stream a couple weeks ago, though. I thought he had popped in. Somewhere I thought I saw him, but yeah, he is not. There it is. Mr. Domez's little, like, brochure magazine rack is awesome. My dream would be that our anniversary animal will be a sloth for the large exhibit. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is awesome. I miss Zekin and Thrive. Yeah, Zekin, he fell off the map, didn't he? That's what's like I've always said. What's just so kind of, what's weird about making, these internet friends is sometimes when they're gone, they're just gone. Like you just never hear from them again. People go on to do different things, drop out of communities, whatever. But yeah, Zeke and God, I still see Thrive around every once in a while. Speaking of video games, have you heard Sims 4 is getting infants early next year? Yeah, they were talking about that during that, Sims behind the scenes thing. And then, of course, too, Project Renee, which we all, are assuming is Sims 5, essentially. That's cool. Really be interested in covering that early instead of, we need to do a Sims stream again. That was fun, kind of getting there and building those little, like, living rooms and trying to come up with little kitchen designs. That was fun. You know what we should do? I should do like some little step down right here and have some trees in here, almost like a little plaza. And that's what I was kind of meaning coming down through here. Like you've you've scanned your ticket. You're coming into the, look how awesome Remnant did this. Added the little waterfalls. He like totally went Islands of Adventure on this. But yeah, we need to, like, okay, you get your ticket, you're scanned, you're in. We need a little place where you pull off and can get your plans together, you know, just get in the shade, check stuff, you know, fix the backpack, fix the strollers. You know, that would make Planet Zoo, that would make these guests a lot more lively too, if they had like strollers, and if they had like, you know, just a little more believable stuff that you actually see people walking around with in zoos and theme parks. Stream parks. To be fair, that is what my face looks like when I ride. I swear I'm having fun, but I look like I hate it. What's your current favorite animal in game? I'd probably say the southern white rhino. That's probably my favorite in-game animal right now. My biggest want as far as animals go, we'll have to do like an ADA access ramp here too. That would be cool too if they had actual like disabled representation too. Like if they had guests that are in wheelchairs and we could design for them and stuff. That would be freaking really cool and realistic. Yeah, we'll need to do... See, the only thing is, you want the guests to actually come down in here, but that kind of makes it harder to hide steps. I know they have that option now that like, they have that option that does like the incremental steps. Maybe not. Well, you would think this would be wide anyway, just because so many people would be kind of coming through here. 2 new expansion packs early next year. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that's kind of what they're... Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Too uneven for placement. I wonder if I could flatten the terrain. Oh. Not like that, you silly little goose. I wish the guests interacted with everything more. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like if we had water fountains and stuff, and... Wouldn't it? Just more stuff for them to mess with. Leaf, would it be possible to mod in a 100 guest limit? Hey, that would really help with you know, like the guests bogging your systems down and stuff in your zoos. That kind of sounded like something from Frozen for a minute. Oh! Believe me, I am very versed in Frozen now. Having a 1-year-old will you will learn those songs and those movies really quick. Bold, do you want to build a snowman? Bold's like, speak of snow, and I will murder you. Bold is probably like, where she lives, she's literally probably like 2 days away from getting snow. Like it could be snowing there tomorrow. It's like 70 here today. We're supposed to have Emma's birthday party tomorrow at this little park near where we live. It's supposed to be like 73. But now Sunday and Halloween, it's supposed to be in the 60s, but it's supposed to be really, really nasty. I think the last time I checked, it was like 70% chance of showers. Which I guess that's how you look at it. You know, Halloween, you could look at storms as being nasty, but you could look at it as very appropriate. Working parking lots. I know it would never happen. That'd be cool. Little tram systems. Don't you swear at me it snowed this week. Bold. My little buddy Bold, you are in for a long winter. Bold's winter, I swear, like it doesn't end until like August. Bold gets like 2 weeks of summer. No, it can actually be really pretty up there where she lives at, but it's just a long winter. You just have to be in it for the long haul. Remember, the most little important part of this area is going to be shade and benches. Well, President, we don't know. It's kind of, I guess if we had to explain it, it would be like in a South American jungle setting. So, I don't know, maybe think Brazil, you know, maybe... I said in British accent. Oh, hello. What's up, Combo? It's such a long winter, we make up entire YouTubers. Yes. Hey, Bold, but the one good thing for you is with me not being made up, I usually come out of hibernation in the winter. See, I'm opposite. I disappear for the whole summer. I hibernate in the summer. and then I reappear every winter. I love the elevation change with those stairs. Yes, that is a long taught remnant, kind of like a remnant technique. Always big on changing the elevations up and making sure all of your stuff is not completely on the same plane. Even if you just have very, very little subtle elevation changes, it can make all the difference in a plaza or just even a habitat presentation area. Oh, really? I expected Southeast Asia, but that's awesome. Well, you know what? That's kind of what Suyana, I'll tell you what, Suyana is kind of where you think it is. So if you think, like, if you use your imagination and you see Southeast Asia, you know, maybe this is maybe somewhere, maybe it's in Sri Lanka, you know, maybe it's on a little island outside off the coast of India or something. You know, I think that's what's so cool about it. Wherever you think it is, it can be. Because I never really, you know, I mean, personally, being the creator, I always thought South America vibes. But it can be what you think it is, or what you want it to be. Hey, BG, what's up, buddy? What I'd like to see in PZ is the mechanic from JW2 where animals have a certain territory within an enclosure. It stretches the animal limit for large enclosures. Easier to make reserves. That is a cool idea. I would like to do that with, that'd be cool if we had that kind of system for me in Little Creek, because I could have my horses kind of out in the plains and, you know, because I was like, you know, you watch Bold's TikToks and they're not always just pinned up in these little enclosures. Like, they have their, well, you know, it's kind of like Bold and them talk. A lot of times I think they even use that as like reward. They get their open plains time where they're not expected to work, and like Bold says, they just get to be horses for a little bit. That's what that would be a cool idea. Hey, what's up, old country? Hey, what's up, Primal? I've been okay, buddy. Just busy. Busy, busy, busy. I work in the hotel business, and there's just, this is a busy, busy time of year. We are, it's kind of like, it's not a leisure hotel. It is more of like business travelers and, you know, engineers, contractors, and there's just some big projects going on around here. Recycling plants, paper, like reclamation plants are going in, and we're just slammed. There's a company out of Germany. It's called Voith, Voith, and they're one of the big ones that are coming in to help kind of repurpose this plant that made paper. And the plant was bought by a different company, and they're converting this giant paper plant. They used to make like Mead paper, but they're converting it into a cardboard recycling plant. And these guys have come in to help them kind of switch this over, and there's like hundreds of them. And they you know, obviously they can't go back to Germany just over the weekend, So some of them have been here since like July. Like they're coming up on, you know, they've been here a while, and they don't think they're going to be done until like January. Like they think the plant will be up and running and ready to go, and they can actually go home probably January-ish. And then that's kind of when we die off anyway. That is our slow season, January, February. And then when March gets here, it kind of starts picking back up. There's like little kids wrestling tournaments start showing up. Then of course when April and May get here, some of the baseball even starts back up again. It's like, you know, like the little kids traveling baseball. So we really only get about 2.5 months of a break to kind of do catch-up projects, small renovations. You know, the maintenance team really gets caught up in January and February, but this year it has just been crazy. And then plus I have a 1-year-old. So like the craziness just resets itself as soon as I get home. I get like a 20-minute break in the car. It's great. Oh. So Suyana is in northwestern Quebec. There you go. Sorry, President. It's this is a Canadian zoo now. What's up, Andal? This is a huge comeback. Love it. Well, you guys know I sneak in every once in a while for your Planet Zoo viewing pleasure. I can't leave you guys hanging for too long. So if you guys are just jumping in and you're thinking, what is he building? This is, just think of it as like an early stopping point for just like a little relaxing spot. Sit down, listen to the birds, play on your phone, look at the map, whatever. You know what? Hold up. There's a little tiny. Where is that? Is that Savannah's or is it? Let's see. Yeah, it's Savannah's. Savannah Banana. Savannah's been consistent with her uploads. I think it always just looks a little better. Kind of when even in these little planter sections, if you just have, you know, even a little bit of barrier fencing, even down here at like knee level, you know, just to kind of, it just looks better. Or see, I mean, see how it just kind of gives it a little more pop. I think what would actually help with this is if I could just maybe cut this in half. And kind of round this corner with this. if you know what I am saying. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and BG, you know, another thing that's really fun about the community from a Leaf perspective is you never know what he's on to next. Like, that's why you have to have your notifications turned on with Leaf. You never know what they've come up with. I mean, Leaf and them spend hours on this stuff. I could wake up at like 1:58 in the morning on a Friday and Leaf is trying to figure out some code or some, you know, it's always interesting watching those guys push the envelope. And they really feed off of each other, you know, when one comes up with a cool idea, like it's a very, very interesting community. The whole modding scene. It's kind of interesting to see Frontier finally acknowledge modding, albeit it was like a warning to like this could mess your game up. But it was just interesting to see that, you know, that if you have mods installed, you get that warning now. I just thought that was really crazy. Oh, do you get to come to Nashville? That's cool. Nashville has a pretty big zoo. Could be a great place for an implied macaw habitat. Ah. Not bad, not bad. And, President, what if we get to that, what if we do get an anniversary update and it doesn't have to be implied? I'm gonna reserve your idea for if that happens. So we have to remember, we have to come back here and put in President's implied macaw habitat, but maybe with a real one. Get some benches over here for people. How many packs do you see us getting in the future? Like, what's the cap? You know, it's kind of hard to say because I don't even know if they know. I don't know if they thought that this would go and do as well as it did. Because sometimes in their financial reports and stuff, they almost say that, like the continued growth of Planet Zoo, like they almost word it as to this day they almost word it as surprising. Like that's just kind of how they talk in those reports. Like the the unprecedented 95% revenue. It's just I don't know. I think it could go on for a while. A lot of people have put caps on 2023 or whatever will probably be it, but I don't know, guys. I mean, I would say as long as it's still making them money, as long as you guys are still buying the packs, and we just don't know. But I think it's a fun game. I hope it goes on for as long as possible. Hopefully they keep developing it. I mean, obviously they still have a team on it. Boom, boom. Never underestimate the power of animal and zoo nerds. Correct. Well, we know there's plans through spring, so I can see 2 to 3 more packs. I guess one is aviary, but the others I'm not sure. Obviously, I'd like another aquatic, but I think Frontier is saying nope. Yeah, that is, even over birds, my biggest want would be a true aquatic pack, meaning sharks and stingrays and turtles and that would be the end all for me. Remember how I've told you all my biggest want is elephants, or not elephants, manatees. That would complete S-Dan's life. Just give me manatees. Would you guys be excited for manatees, or is that one of those animals that you just doesn't matter? You'd be okay if it never came, or would really enjoy it? I think Frontier is scared of water. No water parks in Planet Zoo, holding out on actual aquatic creatures in zoo. Do they think the Cthulhu will rise and eat them all? Well, we don't know if it's a technical issue either. Maybe it's just something with Cobra that they haven't figured out yet. Well, it's just or it's I don't know. I don't know if we had Leaf on a podcast one time, but was talking about some of this stuff. Like when you talk in terms of water like that and animals, they get so deep into development that it becomes game breaking if they were to try to add stuff like that at this point, or like the cost of having to go back and rework so many things wouldn't be worth the to add that mechanic or that element. Because, they use their own engine. You know, it's not like they're building this with you know, Unreal 4 or anything like that, and it's just I've said for years I think maybe it holds them back, especially with respect to water, because it's like you said, you know, didn't get it in Planet Coaster, never gave us water, never gave us a water park element. They really have shied away from, you know, any kind of complete aquatic life here. But man, I mean, you would think like with an aquarium DLC, like that would just be a license for them to print money. It's like you think those like project managers and stuff and the producers would be like, guys, we gotta figure out a way. CJ, I want birds. I definitely feel better about birds now that the Twilight Pack's out. You know, before the Twilight Pack came out, birds were always just kind of like a, you know, out there kind of wish. Now, with, you know, it all started with a bat. You know, they say Disney, never forget it all started with a mouse. I think we'll never forget here in a few months, maybe not even that long, that it all started with a bat. And so we may get our bird wish. I mean, you would think, why give us that? My point is, why give us that little bat if that's never going to turn into anything other than the little bat? Come on. You know they're not going to end like that. We're going to get birds. I mean, that has to happen now. I think Frontier won't go the orcas and such, but manatees, stingrays, real aquatic animals that are also present in real zoos, also just schools of fish and pond. Yeah. Now, are you ever gonna see like, you know, orcas or anything in Planet Zoo? Absolutely not, I'd say. But you know, sharks and stingrays, stuff like that, I think that could definitely be a possibility someday. Because too, you know, we have the question of how much further can they go with these packs too. I mean, they added some pretty cool weird things with Twilight, but you know, that knocks even more weird things off the list. But I mean, could you imagine like actual Frontier coral pieces and stuff? Or like moray eels. Joke's on us, we just get backpacks. Yeah. I really want sea turtles if we can get a full aquatic pack. Yes. Watch them be like, no birds, here's a mythical pack with dragons, griffins, and vampires. Okay, now that wouldn't make me severely upset. I would just be slightly upset and slightly enamored. think this will be a nice little relaxation spot down in here. Like I said, I like it better because now it's like more open. And when we go to do Elephant Springs, we could have Bold do me like some kind of like really nice custom sign that maybe leads like over this pathway, like Elephant Springs, that goes out there to the Indian rhinos and the Indian elephants. Bold is like my master custom sign maker. A shallows pack with a new shallow exhibit, stingrays, sharks, reefs, mechanically would be easier instead of real swimming. That would be awesome. I would love like a shallows pack or like a mangroves pack, you know, something like that with some kind of exhibit pool mechanic. Let's just let's get your guys' opinion on change the path up here a little bit too, guys, and just see, because I like to change paths. I don't like the path to, like all the path to be the same over and over. That one looks kind of cool. Always like these big like these stone slab pavers. They look cool. You could even do this little entrance part as brick and change over up there too. Be cool if like these were, you know, like you sponsor a brick or like your family does, and then they etch your name in it and put it right here, and you can come find it when you get to the zoo. But yeah, the Elephant Springs, I started it too far out there, you know? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, look where their boxes are. I do not know. I must have just jumped in here one day and was just trying different ideas and started that way back here. Yeah, that was dumb. We can do that better and kind of incorporate it more this way. Hey, see you, Primal. Don't forget, if you get a chance to stop by later. I think later this evening, maybe 8-ish, 7-ish. We'll do a Modern Warfare 2 stream. Hey, what's up, Pitsky? Do I got PZ Plus? Not right now, CJ. Whenever I was messing with this last, I accidentally clicked on a piece of modded scenery and it crashed the game out, so I just went and deleted everything. But I don't know. I might still have. Is PZ Plus the same thing as Ace? I don't know, because I just kind of jumped in and deleted everything real quick when that happened. So I may have gotten rid of it. Your elephants are gonna die in those boxes. Nonsense! My elephants will live forever! They can't die! We'll home them with the African elephants for now. We'll go get them once the newly built Elephant Springs is ready to go. I tell you what, I already feel 100 times better about this entrance now. See you, BG. Sophie, how you doing, buddy? Glad I could catch your live. It's my first time in here. Welcome, welcome. We are building a little extension off of Suyana's main little path here. So we're building like a little space that you can cool off and set down in the shade. And we were saying it kind of map out your day and figure out, you know, where you're gonna head first, because this is a huge zoo. Huge. Move that back a little bit. Don't want bushes going up people's butts or in their hair. Yeah, they're hungry. Yeah, that ended up being okay-ish. These little planters I made for the kind of like the water park back in the day, they really help fill in those gaps. Love those fences. Yeah, this little guy right here, this is from Simply Savannah's fence pack she put on the workshop, and they look, this is the whole pack right here. So see, she's got some really cool fencing options put together. And see, these little fences have their own little planters kind of built in. Really, really cool. Matter of fact, this may give a little pop right here, because that was looking a little plain Jane through here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. That shade and stuff right there. That worked out really, really good for the time of day here that I usually play. Okay, I'm back. I had to go call the horses up for work. Yeah, Simba, and we're gonna try to recreate that here if we can. I did a little kind of like what I'd call a practice version just a week or two ago. As a matter of fact, we deleted it this morning, but I think we can do it. Like, the design is there. I just kind of needed to tweak it just a little more. And then, like I said, we'll kind of force Bold into creating us that custom sign that will go over the path. And then I will create it closer here instead of way out there at those hills. But see, if we could get Bold to do some kind of custom Elephant Springs sign, I think that would look awesome going down through here, kind of pulling people that way. And I'd really love, you know what, I would love to bring in Lion Riders, some of his larger statues, now that this update's out. And see, the only thing is, we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know what it's gonna do if they do an anniversary update. Yes, but it will cost you one bee-themed splash pad. Hey, I think I can do that. What about African Savannah that also is at Fort Worth Zoo? I'll have to check that out. I have not seen their savannah yet. See, Lion Rider has some awesome larger statues of like elephants and stuff. I think could go really cool right there. I'm just kind of still a little leery, like a little scared of throwing a bunch of modded pieces in here just in case I, you know, ever forget like where they all are, which Bold has a cool trick as far as keeping them all tied together. But I'd be afraid like I would get locked out of the zoo because I couldn't find the modded piece that I accidentally put in here. But if we just did one little piece right here, I think that'd be okay. Like if we just did one of Lion Rider's big statues, or, you know, if we just limited it to the large statues where I would know that I had to delete them. Don't remind me of mods. I want to go vanilla for the rest of my life. You know, that's like the double-edged sword for you guys, Leaf. Like, you're excited that new content's happened, but you guys immediately know the workload that's going to be facing you for the next several weeks, months even, you know? It's like update time is a very exciting time, but also an extremely stressful time for the modders and that community. Hey, that would be a good challenge, Leaf. Full zoo with only base game animals and nothing else. So, Leaf, I know a question that, if you just have a quick second to answer it, I know a question you've probably been getting a lot. But if you had to answer in short form, have you had a bunch of people come to you and say, "Okay, Leaf, we've got bats now. Can you make us birds?" What is your all's answer to that if people have been coming to you and saying that? Like if people just assumed, okay, they can do birds now because Frontier gave them, you know, the Egyptian bat animatronic. Are they able to pull that and use it? Like, what would be my answer if somebody asked me that and you're not around? What can I say? I always like to break up the paths a little bit like this with this temple piece instead of just leaving the regular little black line. I think it just looks a little cleaner. Typically do the same thing at the top and bottom of steps too. Just kind of cover up that that kind of metal sheathing piece or whatever. Just cover it up, gives it a little, I just think it just gives it a little more interesting edge. Boom, boom. put some cones up just to kind of get people's attention that, hey, there's some steps here. Watch it. Careful. Watch where you're going, people. That fence line come out pretty clean. Pretty clean. Pretty cozy vibes back through here. Shade. You know, it probably wouldn't even hurt to probably just plop us some little tables back here too. Like, I don't know, just say you grabbed just a quick bite to eat, come back here in the shade, grab you a table real quick and eat. Bring your little hamburger or hot dog or whatever back here. Speaking of Boggy Bottom, I got to finish watching Boggy Creek 2, and the legend continues on Peacock app. Man, Peacock, there are a lot of good movies on that right now. We're so terribly lazy. Casey wanted to watch, I think, what did she want to watch the other night? It was one of the Harry Potters where, I don't think it was, it might have been Order of the Phoenix. It was one of those. And we thought, I saw it on HBO Max a while ago, like a good while ago. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we'll watch it. And it's not on HBO Max anymore. You have to rent them now, or you have to you watch it on Peacock, the Peacock app. And we are so lazy. This is how lazy we are. Yeah, but I understand too. We were like already in our jammies and, under the blankets and, Emma was asleep. We have the Harry Potters on DVD. Like, we have the whole 8-disc whatever, downstairs. We're so lazy. We downloaded the Peacock app and signed up for it. It's, it's like $5 a month just so we could watch Harry Potter in a couple of clicks instead of going downstairs, getting the DVD player, hooking it up. But, we were on there looking and we're like, dang, why didn't we have this? Like, these are some good movie selections on here. And so now I'm kind of glad we got a little lazy because we hadn't had Peacock in forever. And we decided to get it so we could watch one of the Harry Potters, and now they got all kinds of good movies on there. Hey, what's up, Zoo? Thank you for stopping by real quick, buddy. Just getting a little bit of work done in Suyana, nothing major. Nothing major, just doing a little seating area. Yeah, Zoo, I don't think you're typically into the first-person shooters, but we are probably going to stream some Modern Warfare 2 later, if you get a chance to pop back in. I just got it yesterday evening. It just went live today. And I've been having a pretty good bit of fun on it. But you definitely tell in those games, like, when you just get destroyed. It was so funny, like, you know, my first game, I went like 12 and 12, like it sucked. Put me in the middle of a game and I was like, okay, you know, it's okay. Then, like, the next game, I went, like, 7 and 19. Then I went, you know, 8 and 18. And just, you know, I turned it off. I'm like, I'll come back later. And I come back, like, 30 minutes later. And, you know, it's supposedly skill-based matchmaking. I come back 30 minutes later, maybe 45 minutes later, and I got into a game and it felt like I was cheating. Like I went 30 and 6. And you know that stuff is set up to keep you coming back. Like they absolutely have some kind of algorithm set up with that to keep you, you know, to make you think like, oh, all right, I am doing good. Like, okay, I went like, you know, 7 and 27. And then I take a 30-minute break and I come back and y'all put me in a game where I go 30 and 7. Like, you know that stuff is rigged to keep you, just to keep you coming back and hoping you'll buy cosmetics and play the game longer. Like, I just didn't suddenly get better all of a sudden. I was still playing pretty much the same. All of that stuff, it's just weird. I'm like, even I was like, really? Are these guys bots? Have they put me in a bot lobby and making me think I'm doing awesome? Oh crap, it's already dance break time. Well, let me go refill my drink. And you all sit here a minute and get your dance on. I can't believe it's dance break time already. Ah, good timing, good timing. This is actually really good timing, guys. I probably got another, I don't know, maybe another 30 minutes with you or so, and Casey and Emma and her sister are on their way back from Sam's Club, so they said I'll have to come out to the car and help them bring stuff in, but I think they're still probably about 20-30 minutes away, so we're cool, we're cool. No dancing this time, bucko. Man, like I said, we need to do... We can probably do a little ADA access ramp right here. Still not affect where Bold was going to make a sign for me. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, we've got Emma's birthday party tomorrow, and then Monday it's Halloween, so we'll probably have usually like my mom and dad come over, Casey's mom and dad. Our brothers and sisters come over. So it's a pretty busy weekend and beginning of the week. We've become like just the de facto Halloween house over the years. Everybody just comes here. Yeah, what are you guys getting into for Halloween? I still think Halloween should be the last Saturday in October. Like, it should be like, isn't Thanksgiving like always the last Thursday, or, you know, one of those holidays that, like, Like that way you would always know, okay, Halloween's on a Saturday. Just like always make it the last Saturday. My sister's gonna have a Halloween party and I get to dress up as Chewbacca for the party. That's cool. I don't usually dress up anymore, but I usually wear like a funny shirt or, you know, a Michael Myers shirt, something like that. New musical on Disney Plus. That's cool. Where I live, I always feel bad for the trick-or-treaters since the rain has started to come hard and the temperatures dip. So Halloween is 99.9 out of 10 times wet and cold. Yeah, that sucks. You know, the thing here is sometimes Halloween is so hot that these little kids, they just burn up. I remember there have been plenty of times here where when we were growing up, like especially if my sisters or if they wore any kind of mask, or if Jenna was like a tiger or something and they did face paint on her, they would sweat and that makeup would run. And then I do remember one year though, it actually snowed here on Thanksgiving. And that was kind of its own set of problems because nobody really, you know, nobody wanted to get out in it really, you know, like we did not have a lot of trick-or-treaters that year. Pretty much the only trick-or-treaters we had were just a local, just, you know, here in the neighborhood trick-or-treaters. Whereas, you know, typically we'll get them, they'll come in, you know, they'll drive up. Their parents will drive them up here and stuff, and they'll get out and come get their candy, but not that year. That was a slow year. And it's always slow here too if we get any type of rain. If we get any rain on Monday like they're calling for, we won't get a lot of trick-or-treaters. They just don't do it. Everybody kind of just hunkers down when it rains on Halloween. See something real quick. musical. That's cool. Speaking of HBO Max, have you watched House of Dragon? Not yet. I want to. It's just one of those things where it keeps, I keep putting it off because I know I'm going to want to, it's going to like take me over for, you know, however long. That's like the reason I quit. I'm not clicking on it yet. Did you guys watch the Rings? Did you guys ever end up watching the Rings of Power on Prime? I did. I'm kind of pumped for season 2. Like, especially now that we know what we know as far as a certain Dark Lord. I'm pretty pumped. That show like lost me and recaptured me like 8 times. I just trimmed that rescue and his feet were so long and neglected I didn't even have to pull the shoes. I just trimmed above the nails. Oh God, I hate that too. People suck. And you know what a big point that Bold always makes is the same treatment that horses get. If you did to a dog, people would lose their minds. And that's what's so bad about horse abuse in particular. Like, people would not stand for the same things to be done to like a dog or a cat. But with horses, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like psychologically it doesn't bother people as bad. I think it's all terrible. How people can treat animals. Oh yeah, I figured HBO would definitely probably order, just because of the hype that I've heard around it and the reception and the memes and just how it's really kind of captured people. Yeah, I figured HBO would order a new season of House of the Dragon. What's up, Ratman? It's so true. If there was someone who had a group of dogs in the condition this group of horses was in, they'd be in jail. Yep. Hey, what's up, Elephant Puppet? We are creating a relaxation zone, see? Not really any animals or anything over here, but it's a spot that's all shaded that you can come over and sit down and regroup and, you know, just get out of the sun for a little bit. Kind of right off the main entrance path here. And we put some little tables back here and stuff too, but yeah, that's our little pad over here. Sits here in Star Wars. Hey, people were talking about what was it? Andor, I think it's called, is sorely underappreciated. Like, people were telling me like that's the best series that Disney's come out with Star Wars so far. know, we could even just, this little part right here, kind of even leave this open, just in case we want to, because, you know, Elephant Springs is going to go out this way. But if we wanted to have something over here, even just like a little backstage, little entrance area. Those little spots are so important in zoos, like stop, snack, change, feed baby, apply sunscreen. Yes, see, that's exactly what I was thinking, you know, for this whole spot. Stop here, change, you know, just totally out of the sun, and more importantly, out of the main pathway. Like where all the people are walking through and running through, you can dip off down in here and kind of relax a little bit. We've gotten quite a bit of work done today, haven't we? I mean, just for like a, you know, just a little relaxing stream. I didn't even go in with a ton of ideas for this, but I just knew I kind of wanted to open up the main street, the little main area was kind of the main thing when I was thinking, I want to jump in and stream today while I'm home. I'm never home this early on a Friday, very, very rarely. And if I am home, it's usually not babyless anymore. So when Casey said, I'm going to go ahead and take Emma, and me and Kelly are going to go do some shopping, and we're going to go to Sam's Club and stop by the mall and stuff and get donuts for her party tomorrow, I was like, I'm going to stream. Like, what perfect timing. But I didn't know we were going to get all this done. I mean, I know you guys don't have a lot of faith in me, but we get some stuff done every once in a while. Christmas Day. Golden Leaf, my little Star Wars nerds. Here in a little bit too, I will have to get a video ready of this for people that weren't here to catch this live. Let them know Suyana has changed a little bit. But yeah, I'm thinking right down that path, that is where Elephant Springs is gonna pop up. That's what I'm envisioning. Hey, Ray, what's up, buddy? Leaf, did you end up liking how my Flights of Wonder, my Animal Kingdom ripoff turned out? Wouldn't it be cool if I had some real birds to go in there, though? I found these little paintings just on Google. I thought they worked really, really well up there. So yeah, that's just like the little bird theater. So you've got your little standby entrance, then you have the reserved seating, get your tickets, and there's 4 shows a day, 10:30, 12:30, 2:30, 4:30. Go in there and get your seat and get ready for the show. Remember that spot you're looking at, that was originally the hey, thanks, Leaf. That was originally the chimpanzee exhibit, which they're not in Suyana at all anymore right now. Then it was converted to like a temporary home for the Indian elephants, which have moved more than any animal here. And then it has finally, it's become home to the Flights of Wonder Theater. Here's the little splash pad. I'll give you all a little tour real quick before I gotta go help Casey or she'll kill me. This is the little splash pad. Bring the little tykes and cool off. Over here is a little bridge that I built that takes you over to some, just some shops, just some merch shops, 2 little gift shops, Riverside Trading Post, you know, shirts, flip-flops, stuff like that. And then I haven't decided kind of what we're going to do out here yet. We've got, I've got this little statue. I don't know if this will just be an open body of water. I kind of like how it, like, see, that's Bold's Jaguar Cafe right there. I kind of I like how it kind of looks out over the water. You know, of course, we'll come in and do some rock work and foliage work on the edge. But that's a cool little spot. What else do we got? I'm thinking about, I might get rid of this little extension just so that's... of this little extension just so it opens up that, because look, my cave is hidden. Like, I was really proud of how that little cave came out, and this part of Tamu Tamu that I built kind of interrupts that, and it would open up the front entrance more too. Let's just see what that would look like in a minute. I can not delete a bunch of stuff we don't want to delete. Maybe we wouldn't even have to delete that. Maybe I could just move it. Like, there's got to be a spot we can put this little facade. Doesn't serve a purpose. It's totally just for theming. you hiding in there? Man, I tell you what though, anybody that's played Planet Zoo, when you switch over to Planet Coaster, you realize how borked the selection tool is. Like Planet Coaster, it's awesome. Like it's like really intuitive, almost knows what you want, like what you're trying to select. It's Planet Zoo is just out there. It like has no clue. Man, guys, that did open that up better, didn't it? Oh, I like that. I do. I just want Planko 2 already. I cannot wait to see what you do with Planko 2. There we go. That way will send them off. I like that. I like that kind of openness now to the cave, to that tunnel. You know what the good thing is too about doing these live streams like this with you guys? This is, I mean, from like a content creator standpoint, you know, this is 2 hours worth of work you all have been watching, and I don't really stop a lot. So what helps is, like, when this is over and it goes on YouTube, I can take it and download it and speed it up and make it a time-lapse video and just talk over it and explain to everybody kind of what we did, what our thoughts were while we were playing it, you know, while we were doing this. And it's kind of like it's a 2-for-1. I get the live stream to hang out with you guys, and I get a video on demand for people. Only thing is, you gotta, you know, typically you do a voiceover for it. So I can take this 2-hour live stream, probably turn it into a 12, 15-minute time lapse, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I need to do some live streams more. Double dipping. Yeah. There, guys, what do you all think about that? That looks better through there, doesn't it? Kind of, I have that big extension out of the way now, and I think it would help with crowd flow. You can see the tunnel again. I don't know what they'll try, Simba. I hope they have some kind of water park element. I would love to design water parks in a, you know, in a planet setting. I just don't know. That's what's going to be tough. I mean, how many rides do they repeat? Like, what do they bring back from Planet Coaster 1? Because it's not like you can just do all new rides. Like, you're going to have some overlap. You're going to have to bring coaster styles in and, you know, stuff like that. Kind of looks pretty freaking cool. So, I don't know. Interesting. My whole thing is, I just want to get confirmation that it's actually happening. Like, the only thing I know is one of the leaks that we got a long time ago, said that Planet Coaster 2 would be announced in 2023. It was like Project Einstein or something like that, they were calling it internally, you know. But that was, we don't even know if that leak was real or not. But it said Planet Coaster 2, Project Einstein, announcing in 2023. It was really vague. It said, this was back in 2020, I think, when we saw that. It said, project very early in development, in talks with Disney, but not sure how that's going. It said stuff like that. It was pretty vague. Which Drew was actually kind of worried that when we saw that verbiage about talking to Disney, not sure how it's going, because Drew was worried that if that was the case, it would be way too hyper themed. Or it was kind of like Leaf was saying, you get into a where Disney wants to control every aspect of the game, which would absolutely not be a good thing. You know? Like, we don't want Disney having final say over the design of Planet Coaster 2. So we don't know if there's any truth to that, but we're just saying that's what was brought up. Kind of necessarily want to put yourself in a box with the over-the-top hyper theming from just one company, but who knows? So that's it. We go to war. Plus, look how Universal kind of ruined JWE2. Yep. That's your problem with kind of going with one studio like that, isn't it? But, I guess with Jurassic World Evolution 2, they don't really have a choice unless they wanted to make a prehistoric kingdom, a dinosaur game on their own. It kind of boxed them in to be at, the whim of Universal. Let's just, hold on, I'll go look right now while I have you all here. JWE2, Steam DB. Right now, okay, it's 3:17 p.m. my time, Eastern time. The only true time. There are 1,100 people in game right now. So not bad for JWE. So 1,100. And Planet Zoo, there are 6,061 in game right now. 6,060 if you don't count me. And there's no console backup to that either. That is That is straight steam, buddies. So, as far as that goes, seems like Planet Coaster, or Planet Zoo, excuse me, is wildly more popular, you know, among gamers right now than JWE2. Of course, like I said, we don't know how many people are playing on console with JWE2. That could add a couple thousand more. I mean, I don't know. But 6,000 people playing Planet Coaster when most of the East Coast is still at work is not bad, or school is not bad. Especially for a 3-year-old game. Yeah, kind of like Project Renee. It's kind of like, it's confirmed, but it's not confirmed. See, guys, this is that blank orangutan habitat that, I just don't know what we'll do with it. It'd be cool to have Leaf. If you ever get burnt out and you just need to get out of your own way for a little bit, I'm gonna leave this open for you to do something. I won't mess with this for a while. So one of these days you'll have to jump in and see what you can make happen in that little section. Remember, it was originally orangutans, but I don't know. I don't have any fresh ideas with what to do with it. I'm gonna leave that for Leaf. This entrance, this just looks so much better now. So much more open. You know, this big, kind of like, almost like Asian-inspired, glorious facade you see right here, that originally was Woody's Himalayan brown bear exhibit. And I took it and thought it just worked as a wonderful, like, facade, almost like Suyana Park weenie. Right when you come in, just see that big tower. And the glass dome I found on the workshop too. Done. Got this cave cleaned up a little bit. Was still able to leave Tamu Tamu. Kind of like one of your first little... This is like your first little refreshment shop when you get into the zoo. And remember, Remnant did a whole parking lot for me out here. Even did a little custom sign. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. I'm glad we deleted the Elephant Springs because we can do better. I'm just excited for what's going to happen with this whole area. This is the little llama section down here. Oh, they're gonna have elders in Sims 4? That's cool. Infants and elders. Yeah, we have really slimmed up this side too. Look how that kind of goes straight up through there all the way back to the African elephants. And then I'll, you know, have that elephant springs kind of contained right in here. That's going to be a fun little wing. And then you'll have a path that kind of comes past over here. We'll probably move some of this stuff, maybe even move the llamas. And you'll have a path over here that meets up with Elephant Springs as well. But anyways, my little love bugs, I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta go help Case and kind of get ready for this party tomorrow. But like I said, I don't want to promise you, but be on the lookout for me to stream some Modern Warfare 2 tonight, if that's your thing, because I know I was gonna jump on anyway, so I was thinking might as well go ahead and stream it and hang out with you guys for a little bit. So anyways, yes, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. And be on the lookout for this video probably tomorrow or Sunday as well. We'll get it sped up and let everybody see the progress. But yeah, see you guys.